Hello, I'm Karis. I'm the author of A Girl and Her Cat. I wrote and illustrated it about my childhood cat, Pepper. Today I am going to read the first chapter to you. The chapter's title is Coming Home. Once upon a time, there was a 3-week-old slate gray kitten. He had bright yellow eyes, fuzzy fur, long whiskers, and a long, skinny tail. He was so small he could sit perfectly in a full-grown man's hand. The kitten was in a cardboard box at a homeschool book sale. A person carried him, his brothers, and sisters in this cardboard box. The person placed the box on the ground and sat on a folding chair beside them. The kitten wanted to play, so he jumped onto one of his brothers. His brother pushed him off and tried to jump on top of him in return. In the midst of playing, a big hand reached into the cardboard box and picked his brother up. His brother was carried away and did not return. Later, the same thing happened to one of his sisters. She was picked up by another big hand and did not return as well. Soon the kitten was alone in the box. He did not have anyone to talk to or play with, which resulted in him choosing to lie down in a corner to rest. A little girl cried. Her cries echoed off of the box's walls and awoke the kitten from his nap. The little girl cried and cried, saying, "Please, Papa, can I have this kitten? Please, I'll take care of him." The little kitten started to walk around the box and looked up at the little girl and her father. The girl's father looked down at the kitten and back to his daughter. He thought it over and said to his daughter, "Yes, you may have the kitten." The little girl was so joyful that she jumped up and down, waving her hands into the air. She settled on her feet and leaned over the box to pick the kitten up with both of her small hands. The kitten that was alone in the box was not alone any longer. The little girl pulled him up close to her chest and hugged him ever so tightly. The kitten liked it. He purred out of happiness from the tight embrace. Being out of the cardboard box, the kitten looked around. There were so many people. There were people walking around, carrying bags filled with things, and talking with one another. The little girl walked beside her father while hugging the kitten like he was a rag doll. He was carried into a building where there were more people walking around, carrying bags filled with things and talking with one another. The little girl and her father stopped at a booth. The booth was covered with piles of books. The little girl's mother was standing behind a table. She turned to look at her daughter and the kitten and smiled. The little girl extended her arms out, holding the kitten in her hands. "Mom, look, I got a kitten!" A big smile covered her face. The little girl's father found a cardboard box under the table. He told his daughter to keep the kitten inside of it. The little girl put the kitten inside the cardboard box and she sat with him. She petted him and played with him until the homeschool book sale was over. Once everything was loaded and packed up into the van, the father pulled out a comb from his shirt pocket. He handed the comb to his daughter, who was sitting in the back seat with the kitten beside her in the cardboard box. The little girl smiled and started to comb her kitten. She pulled him out of the cardboard box and held him on her lap. She continued to comb him the whole ride home. At the girl's home, the kitten was all wide-eyed and happy. He was ready to explore his new home. He was freed from the cardboard box and able to walk around the living room. In the living room, there was a tall brown piano. The kitten was small enough that he was able to walk between the piano and the wall behind it. He lied down and he felt safe there. The little girl thought her kitten was so beautiful. She loved his dazzling yellow eyes. Before long, it came time to go to bed. The kitten was put inside the cardboard box again to sleep in it for the night. The mother tucked her daughter into bed. She turned the light switch down for the light to turn off. Before the mother left the room, she asked her daughter, "What are you going to name your cat?" The little girl thought for a moment as she lied in her bed. "I'm going to name him Pepper," the little girl replied with a big smile. "Because he looks like the spice pepper." Her mother left, and the little girl happily fell asleep. I hope you enjoyed that. That's the first chapter in the first book in my A Girl and Her Cat series. I have so far this book 1, and then also I have book 2, A Girl and Her Cat Together. And next spring, the last and final book in the series, A Girl and Her Cat Embrace, will be available to purchase. You can order my books on Amazon.com, or you can order on timehonoredproductions.com, where you can order my books and have them autographed by me. If you buy through Amazon, no autograph. Also, if you order on timehonoredproductions.com, you can get both books, $10 each, comes to $20. But if you buy both books, you can get a sticker that goes along with the books. Unfortunately, I don't have the sticker right here with me. But if you go onto the site, you can see the sticker on there. It's $1. But if you buy both books on the website, you can get them autographed and get a sticker for free. I hope that you decide to read my books. And if you do, please leave a review. Thank you. Have a good day.